This is episode 29 of MLB 19 to so every 1 to 2 days a week. This is Zeta, your host from Zombie Gaming in the Iamacreator group, equals Payitforward and being rewarded. If you guys are joining in, want to catch more MLB 19, be sure to hit that red support button. Also smash the like button, tweet them out, share them, tweet them out, leave a comment. And there's also anybody in the chat that does have a Twitter. If you guys do have an account for Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter, share me out, tweet me out, get it out there as good as you can, leave a comment. When we watch our videos in full, like them in full, share them, tweet them out, leave a comment as good as we can, and we're all good to go. I wasn't live yesterday because I almost had a dentist appointment yesterday, and you know, I was up since 6 o'clock yesterday in the morning. Since I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to go live in the chat with you guys from Zombie Gaming, but you know, I was feeling I was almost not up to it. Once we were going to do Borderlands 3, we are doing that tonight, just so you guys know for sure. It'll be the last episode, with to be continued on that. If you guys want to vote for the idol, it lands at 29, the greatest summon is at 12. Morning with Den Gaming, how you doing? But I also knew you guys would miss me most of the time too from Zombie Gaming, as there will be Game 2 in Washington. You guys will have Borderlands 3 tonight, and then, and also the good thing is, I don't have to be back till Sunday. I got off at 3 yesterday. I'll tell you guys about work. You guys will have IGN news later on today too. Along the way, as it will be the 11-17 Cardinals visiting the 17-10 Washington Nationals in Game 2 in Washington. On the mound for the 11-17 Cardinals today will be Adam Wainwright. Wainwright has an 0-2 record, 40 strikeouts, 2.25 ERA. And on the mound for the 17-10 Nationals will be Patrick Corbin. He has a 2-1 record, 33 strikeouts with a 3.82 ERA. So take it down to the ballpark today. So how is everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are good. I mean, I wanted to go live last night before the dentist appointment, but it didn't go very well as planned. Because I'm trying to get back to a, you know, something that's not provided, so that way I don't have to pay any cash in between. So on the mound for the 11-17 Cardinals this season, in Game 2 in Washington, will be Adam Wainwright. He has an 0-2 record with a 2.25 ERA, which is always pronounced in baseball and run average. And also here's the starting lineup for the 11-17 Cardinals today. Leading off will be Tommy Edman, third baseman. Colin Wong is playing second. One Gosman at first. West Arizona at left field. Hold up a minute, let me look at this. One at dead side, how are you, buddy? Jose Martinez at right field. Paul DeZong at shortstop. Tom O'Neill at center field. Yadier Molina at catcher. And Adam Wainwright is batting 9th on the mound for the 11-17 Cardinals today. In that 9th position. So how's everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are good. So like I said, tonight we are doing the series finale. The series finale to be continued of Borderlands 3. Before I go to GameStop on Friday to pick up Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, pay the rest of the half of the money, and then I'm also going to be making my last pre-order this year. You guys can let me know in the chat if you guys want me to pre-order Cobra Kai. It comes out on the 27th of October. Or I can pre-order either that or Watch Dogs Legion, which that comes out on the 29th of October. In which right now it's been very close between the two investments, basically. Yep, I'm from Zombie, how are you? Let's get it. I can't complain today. just a little bit tired at the same time. On the mound for the 17-10 Nationals, Game 2 in Washington, we pass with Corbin. Corbin making the 6th start of the season, 2-1 record, with 3.82 ERA. And leading off will be Tommy Edman, third baseman. On the road with the 11-17 Cardinals, he has a 288 average, but he's batting 206. But let's not forget, guys, he's also a good stealer when it comes to making some good hits. First pitch by Corbin, which is really not much to have any gossip for it. Also want to send a shout out to Terry Bradshaw, former QB of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's 72 today. 72 years old, Terry Bradshaw. Go Steelers. The left 1-1. But I knew you guys would miss me from Zombie Gaming. Unless I did jump in for a little while yesterday and, you know, thought I was going to have a disappointment, but it didn't actually happen. Because I was not on Buckeye or anything. 1-1 count. Bottom 1 and 2. We got that right, with 10 Gaming. What's up, Papa Smurf? How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome back. That'd be ground ball to first. Second, throws to first, not in time, and that'll be a single. And we scored as a base hit. So it's a single for the Cardinals. Holy cow, look at it one more time. It's a ground ball to second. Didn't really get there. So it's a runner first, nobody out. But how you been today, Pop Smurf? It's been a while. Well, I've been staying safe with this virus. That's what I'm trying to do too. Same with my love and I, the same way, and you know, I really can't complain. Work's been lost another support again. That's fine. That's okay. But I really can't complain. Work's been fine. Most of us are always awesome when you guys come in here most of the time, and the PS5 is still the #1 seed, basically. So still not much going under. To the left, ball 2, 2-1. Paul Wonk's batting 217. And then your umpires today, guys: Mike Fillmore, Kenny Jansen, Rusty Valentine. Running Booker to maybe still second. Well, it is good to be back after the last couple of days. Next swing, strike 2. Runner goes to second with a steal. Tommy Edman with his 11th stolen base with the 11-17 Cardinals. Like I say, guys, Tommy Edman is a good stealer. Can't complain between if anyone has a good speed. That's 2-2. I've been playing a few games here. Good to see you. Good to see you, Spearman. Thank you, buddy. So what's you been up to this week? Well, let me ask you this. Sex swing struck him out for staff for the Cardinals. Well, let me ask you this, my man. Are you getting the PS5 this year? Or not really? Because if I were to buy both systems, that'd be a waste of money. That's why the PS5 is my last system this year. Because I started my first system since I was a kid. So there's no other plans after the PS5 at this point. Gonna bring up first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. 184, 1 home run, 5 ribbies to his credit. I'm going to IGN News in just a little while before we get to it. Well, you just got the PS4, okay. So, is this the first time? Is this the first day you've had the console? Or how do you liking the PS4? I mean, I've had mine for over 5.5 years. Since there's a rumored date that the PS5 might be, I think it might be taking pre-orders next week. Once I'm off till Sunday. Well, work yesterday wasn't too bad. Since I was the only one working, I was advertising in the morning, and you know, it was a little more busy because there's only one side to do to further notice with the virus. That's not bad. 0-2 count. At the bottom, 1 and 2. So either way, guys, tonight you guys will have the final episode of the series. I think I might do an hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours. But we'll see what happens, depending what my love and I want to do, basically. Struck him out at the bottom, and that's the second out for the finals. Second strikeout by Phil Corbin. Pop Smoke says, last console I had was the 360. Also PC until now. Well, I know Brother Gasly from the Fight Supremacy. He only gets on PC. He doesn't plan on buying the PS5 this year, since he's more of a PC person. And which is why he is doing the AAA meeting tonight. Saying a second, brings up Marcell Ozuna, left fielder. 195, 5 home runs, 11 ribbies. Left-handed batter. But I don't know, I mean, I might be in with them tonight. It all depends what's happening. At the bottom, 1 and 1. You don't want to swing from the way bottom, guys. Especially if it's something you want to hit at this point. Plus, I'll be getting a cell going after I'm done with this. Gives a sign, 1 and 1 by Corbin. Next swing, 1 and 2. Try to get a little piece of it off his bat. That's 1 and 2. Work's been going good, basically, and not much going on with the reference. Struck him out looking. He's going to steal hit, but that's a strikeout, and the side is retired. Cardinals leave 1. And it's game 2 in Washington underway. We go to bottom of the first. Cardinals nothing, and the Nationals coming up to bat. And we just had in second. And on the mound for the 11 and 17 Cardinals today. Game 2 in Washington will be Adam Wainwright, making the 6th start of the season. Has an 0-2 record of a 2.25 ERA. He's given up 30 hits, 2 walks, and 40 strikeouts. So that's actually a good majority. 2 off for the Nationals is Trey Turner, shortstop. 283, 6 home runs, 12 ribbies, excuse me. First pitch by Wainwright. Up top, ball 1. I got my PS4 bundle with God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and The Last of Us. Wait a minute, is it the first one or the second one? Because you guys get new episodes every 3 to 4 days a week. And what's The Last of Us 2 is actually one of the top 5 candidates to hopefully get Game of the Year. I mean, you've got that, 7 remake, which I'll be doing a new episode tomorrow. In the morning. With the Last of Us 2. Tigers 2, Phillies nothing in Philadelphia. God of War, I'm the series of God of War, big win Game of the Year a couple years back. And that game deserved a lot of credit. I mean, it did suit a 9 out of 10 for the PS4. Oh, the first one, okay. I mean, I didn't beat the first one. The reason why is because I couldn't get any trophies. So that's the reason why I didn't get back to playing it. I mean, that's why I decided to go after the Last of Us 2. It's because the graphics are really good. The gameplay, the story has been great. 3 and 2. And that's a strikeout. And that's the first out for the Nationals. First strikeout by Adam Wainwright. Good to hear. Work's a bit of a problem right now, but we'll get better. As soon as this damn virus ends, hopefully by election day. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see what happens. This vaccine can pretty much get to something. And I did lose a couple supporters this morning. It's not a big deal. And I'll bring up Adam Eaton, center fielder. 274, 5 ribbies, 7 stolen bases. Yeah, God of War, I mean, I stopped the series after 7 episodes, basically. Why? Because it kept on having stupid disk injections. So I stopped the series after 7 episodes, so... Since the top 3 that were in the pretty much big mix, was Final Fantasy 7 and the PS1 Classics. So you guys will have a new episode of Remake tomorrow. 0-2. Maybe foul ball to left, 0-2. Another great one too, that I think that's also going to win. Hopefully it's struck him out. And that's out number 2 for the Nationals. Second strikeout by Adam Wainwright. Well, you know what's another good one, Pop Smurf? Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima is another great one. That I also think that's going to win too. But it all depends. He's up third baseman Anthony Ridon, 378, 5 home runs, and leads with 26 ribbies.
Wainwright looks in. Here's the first pitch.
Yeah, the Tsushima is, Ghost of Tsushima is inspired by the creators who made Assassin's Creed. Which I do like Assassin's Creed since day one. Foul ball on the right, 0-2. That's been IGN News since that's a little bit. Since we actually didn't cover anything, since I didn't feel like going in the chat.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
What's one, the Tsushima? Well, I was thinking of 7 Remake. I mean, I was just saying, 4 out of 5 games may have a chance. I don't see Cobra Kai winning it. I mean, that's coming out, I mean, I could pre-order that or Watch Dogs Legion this week. That's a strikeout. Throws the first and the inning is over. Total of 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down for the Nationals. To the top of the second, game 2 in Washington. It's the Nationals nothing and the Cardinals nothing. But it all depends. Due up for the Cardinals is right fielder Jose Martinez. 100 average, 2 home runs, 6 ribbies. But it all depends. I mean, it's one of 2. Did I want to pre-order? And I can't pre-order them both, despite the fact. But we'll see what happens. 1-0 to the right. I've been hearing about it. Has outsold The Last of Us 2 already. Well, 2-0. Tigers 3, Phillies nothing in Philadelphia. We're about to get IGN News started since we didn't get to any of that last night. But we do have some releases for you. Foul ball to right in the stands, 2-1. Hit speed was 97 miles per hour. But I gotta tell you guys, The Last of Us 2 has been really good. Saw a 10 out of 10. I've had it since May 29th. And which is why I did make a pre-order on that this year. It's been really good. 3-1. Ball 4. First walk by Corbin. That's Philip Corbin. Walks Jose Martinez for your 11-17 Cardinals. Rockies 1, Brewers 1 in Milwaukee. Brings up Paul DeZong, shortstop, 139, 2 home runs, 5 ribbies. But before we get to IGN News today, guys, if you guys have a Twitter, if you guys do have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter, send me out, tweet me out, leave a comment on my investments. You guys are good to go after leaving a comment. When we watch our videos in full, like the videos, strike in the middle, 0-2. Share them, tweet them out as good as you can, and never ask for support back. If you guys still want to vote for the Idol, Idols might be next year, depending what the extra outcome is going to be for the talent show this year. We'll see what happens. Twins 3, As was nothing in Minnesota. Comes the 0-2 by Corbin. Swing and a miss. First out for the Cardinals. And the fourth strikeout by Patrick Corbin. So okay, guys, let's see what we have for you guys today. We're gonna start things off with Marvel Avengers. As you guys may know, Marvel's Avengers has a review in progress. So it is one of the. Not only that's coming out this week, on the 4th this week, brings up Tyrone O'Neal, center fielder, 143, 1 home run, 4 ribbies, 4 stolen bases. As it's going to be Avengers, which I think that it's going to be pretty good, quite wise and cool. The same with Tony Hawk, you know. I mean, I haven't gone back to Tony Hawk since I've always thought the 5th one was almost trash, to be honest. I mean, the game itself was not bad for what it was. Ball 2. To the right, 2-0. But I don't know. I mean, Pro Skater 1 and 2 should be really interesting. I think it's going to be very interesting to see of how great these two games are going to be. I mean, even though Avengers is coming out of Square Enix, which they deserve plenty of the credit in the world. Swing and a miss, 3-1. Actually, 2-1, excuse me. So it all depends. I mean, I do think these two are going to do quite well by the time they release. Foul ball to right, 2-2. Talonio's batting 143. He's also not bad at being stealer either. So we'll see what happens from there, since it was actually just a couple days. Struck him out. Second out for the Cardinals. AT&T has decided Warner Brothers Interactive is currently too valuable to sell. But what does that mean between the two? Well, brings up Ketzer Yadier Molina. 143, 2 ribbies. When we look at this, okay guys, from last night, according to Adam Bankhurst, after reports stating that AT&T, the phone company, was looking to sell Warner Brothers Interactive, which includes studios like Rocksteady, NetherRealm, and Warner Brothers Montreal. It has now removed its gaming division from the list of non-core assets up for sale, as they are up for sale between the two. To the right, ball 2, 2-0. As reported by Bloomberg, AT&T has decided it was too vulnerable to unload during its effort without pay. To the left, 2-1. To pay down debit and streamline. According to people familiar with the situation with AT&T and with a little bit of going on with that, it's like swing at the bottom, 2-2. Now, as you guys may know or may not know, in the month of June, SNBC reported that Warner Brothers Interactive, we'll get to that in a second, 2-2. Like swing struck him out. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. Game 2 in Washington. At the bottom of the second inning, Cardinals nothing, and the Nationals nothing. I hope Disney doesn't get it. Disney ruin things. Well, Disney does have Disney Plus, but Disney Plus is doing quite well. Disney Plus is doing very well for where the things have been going, and I'm addicted to it. With you guys, with a lot of us can check out Star Wars. But speaking of Star Wars, for example, with other companies like Disney sells from a long time, other stuff that's been around for a long time in the last several decades. But other than that, I've still been focusing on something with The Mandalorian. And once I haven't watched the rest of the series, the first season, well, but I do know we're getting the second season in the month of October. Same with the few others by next year, before the end of 2020. Foul ball to right, 2-2. Reds 5, Mets nothing in New York City. But it all depends. I mean, Warner Brothers has been a good company. That'll be fly ball to deep left center field. Making a race back and almost got the catch. Almost. That'll be a ground rule double. Then 1-1 Soto. And that's a double for the Nationals. Look at it one more time. Holy cow. Now Warner Brothers Interactive, guys, brings up second baseman Howie Kendrick. His last 10 games with the 17-10 Nationals. He's been 11 for 28, of an average of 393. Batting .310, 4 home runs, 13 ribbies. Run out second, nobody out. The pitch by Wainwright. Number 5 ball to right, makes the catch. Pretty good catch, and that's the first out for the Nationals. Wow. All I have to say is wow. Here's a defensive lineup for the 11-17 Cardinals today. Twins 3, as was nothing in Minnesota. As you guys may know, that Warner Brothers Interactive had attracted interest from many companies. A list that includes Microsoft, EA, Activision, and Take-Two. And this potential sale, guys, could have reaped $4 billion for AT&T. However, it now sees the business's growth potential that has been going throughout for a long time, basically. I mean, I don't get into TNT. I'm more of a straight talk phone person for a long time. But, you know, AT&T is not bad of a company. That'll be fly ball to deep center field again. Racing back. He makes the catch, second out for the Nationals. And a runner will hold at second. Gonna bring up catcher Suzuki. 256, 3 home runs, 7 ribbies. But Papa Smurf, did I tell you what I did over the weekend? That was something fun. Not sure if I actually told you or not. AT&T had been working with Lion Tree Advisors earlier in the year to explore a potential sale involving the gaming division. It'll be foul ball to the behind, 0-2.
Ready on 0-2.
To the left. I'll tell you after this article. We'll find the news in a second. 1-2. 2-2 at the bottom. And a decision to ultimately abandon the sale, which could always change in the future, as it came amid a turnover and senior leadership at, what do you call it, AT&T. 2-2. 3-2 to the left. On deck is Gerardo Parra. He's batting .275, 1 home run, 9 ribbies. And there's also no mention on Gotham Knights either, since it's actually the first new trailer for Batman at this point. Ground ball to third. So that was the first in time. Tries to go to third, and the inning is over. Nationals leave 1. We played 2 innings. Game 2 in Washington. For the top of the third, Nationals nothing, and the Cardinals nothing. Due up for the Cardinals is the pitcher. On the mound for the 11-17 Cardinals is Adam Wainwright. So I see what the company's what AT&T's trying to do. Even though they've removed the gaming division for Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers deserves a good credit. What they did with Batman, Harry Potter. We're getting Harry Potter RPG next year. The same with Batman Arkham Knights. Gotham Knights, excuse me. But I have not seen the trailer, but it does look good. 1-1 count. It does look good, to be honest. 1-2. But I'll tell you guys what the exciting part is from what I did over the weekend. There's also 11 action RPGs called Path of Exile, as it is the highest of the Oceans action RPGs. Let me jump on that from yesterday. Since I didn't go live last night, you guys are still getting the same thing tonight with Borderlands 3. 2-2. Struck him out. First out for the Cardinals. 7 strikeout by Patrick Corbin. So basically, Pop Smurf, what you may know is, I didn't go live the rest of the night on Saturday, because, I actually did something fun by spending time with my family. We went to a drive-in concert. And once we actually arrived there, we got there a little before 5 or 4:50 during that night. And, we went to go see Metallica and 3 Days Grace at this point. And I gotta tell you, the performances were good. One of the groups were performing inside of the studio. The other one was in the outdoors. At this point, But other than that, I mean, I gotta tell you, strike again, 1 and 2. Tommy Edmonds 1 for 1. But I gotta tell you, I'm still more of a active rock person. Struck him out again. Second out for the Cardinals. His strikeout by Patrick Corbin. But other than that, you know, it's like if you're performing a concert in the studio, you're still putting on a great opportunity. But when it comes to playing old stuff from Metallica, you know, past and present. As I say, those, I mean, I'm always a top active rock person. I'm still more of also an 80s, 90s person. But if I were to pick a great performance between the two, I gotta go with Metallica, because Metallica knows how to light things up. Up top, 0-2. But other than that, both groups are great. It's the way I see it. You know, it was a great opportunity to spend time with my family. And then the next night, on Sunday, 11 night, we wanted to have time together. After that, Saturday fallout. And, you know. But I gotta say, both groups did quite well. But we didn't get back till a little after 12. Struck him out again. That's the third out, and the side is retired. 3 up, 2 down for the Cardinals. For the bottom of the third. Game 2 in Washington. It's the Nationals nothing, and the Cardinals nothing. 2 up for the Nationals. It's a right fielder. Gerardo Parra, right-handed batter. 275, 1 home run, 9 ribbies. I like both, but Metallica is a better live, so. I mean, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, the lead singer pretty much was getting some good weight before he started the concert. But he did say, I mean, you can tell me what you think. In your honest opinion, if you agree with it or not, in the chat, guys. He said the reason why they haven't been wearing masks at this point is that they've been kicking ass most of the time. Playing some good songs at this point, and you know, I just think it's a good thing. You know, that's why I'm hoping this pandemic can end by election day in the next couple more months, by November. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but you know. And that's a strikeout. He throws the first in time, and that's the first out for the Nationals. Then I'll bring up Patrick Corbin, the pitcher, on the mound for the 17-10 Nationals, batting 364. It's the pitch by Wainwright. Then we ground ball to the third, picks it up, throws the first, and that's out number 2 for the Nationals. I mean, I think if I had a music album in the past, I think it was Coldplay in the past. I used to have a couple of, you know, burnt CDs over the years, but one of my peers does have good stuff on that. But other than that, you know, I mean, I had a great time at this point. As I said, one of my peers asked me over the weekend if he wanted to call me off or go into work. And basically, I was scheduled to work 7 to 2:30 on Sunday, but I was really tired since, you see, my family and I didn't get back till a little after midnight during that time being. So, I'm like, I'm waiting since it's not going to cost me a point or anything, since I'm not getting a point for that. So, foul ball to left, 2-2. Spantona's 0 for 1. But you know, if I would have rated the concert between the two, I gave it a 9.3 out of 10. That'd be fly ball to deep left center field, makes a great catch defensively, and that's the third out, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Nationals. We go to top of the fourth, game 2 in Washington. Nationals nothing, and the Cardinals nothing. 2 up for the Cardinals, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. He struck out his first time, he's 0 for 1. Pop Smurf in the chat says, I think people that are profiting from the pandemic will make it last as long as they can. Right, I mean, I mean, the pandemic's been in since early March, since the stupid stay-at-home orders were intact, most of the lockdowns were intact, and, you know, we'll make it last as long as they can. But let me ask you this, buddy, since it's been a while since you came in, we always keep up good work from Zombie Gaming. He's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. He does good investments, I'll tell you. 2 and 1. 2 and 2 to the right. D-backs 1, Yankees nothing in Arizona. Yeah, Zombie does some State of Decay 2. He plays some good Resident Evil. I'm a good fan of Resident Evil. He also plays some Call of Duty Zombies. He also does any variety that he does. You guys might find it entertaining. Well, so does on deck. Comes to 3 and 2 by Corbin. Struck him out. First out for the Cardinals. 10th strikeout already by Patrick Corbin. He's lining it up with the 17 and 10 Nationals on the mound. But here's the thing, Pop Smith, do you think it'll end by then? Or not really? We also have some stuff for you today as well. To the right, ball 1. Brings up Marcell Ozuna, left fielder. He's off 1 with strikeout in the first. I'll tell you my final investments since that's a little bit. Since we're still getting started on IGN News today. To the left, 1 and 1. Tomorrow, tomorrow we've got Christopher Nolan's Tenet, started 8 out of 10. Also, Raised by Wolves. Raised by Wolves, guys. 9 out of 10. You guys are gonna like this too. We've got a game called Spinach, which Gamescom did announce over the weekend. So that's coming out tomorrow. Sky Children of Light. It's coming out for Switch in the 3rd quarter. That's 3 and 1. On deck is Jose Martinez, 100, 2 home runs, 6 ribbies. We also have Spellbreak coming out tomorrow as well. Actually, let me look at Spellbreak real quick. Foul ball to home base, 3 and 2. And when it's going to be out for the current consoles. To the right, ball 4, second walk by Corbin. As he walks, Marcell Ozuna for the 11 and 17 Cardinals. And that'll bring up Jose Martinez into a walk his first time as a right fielder. Runner at first, 1 out. I don't think he's going to try to steal. Well, let me tell you something about Spellbreak real quick. Hold on. It's the pitch by Corbin. Then we ground ball to first. We're going to get a DP. He does not. That'd be a single. We scored as an E3. And that's a single for the Cardinals. Check it out again, guys. In Game 2 in Washington. 17 and 10 Nationals defense was looking to get a double play, but that's an E3. First and second, 1 out at this point. But yeah, Spellbreak's coming out tomorrow. And that's coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Now the thing about Spellbreak, I've heard a couple of good things about it. It is an RPG right down my alley, but it is a Battle Royale RPG. That's bounded up at this point. The bottom, ball 2, 2-0. Partizan is 0 for 1. It's a Battle Royale RPG that pits players against each other using epic magic combat. You can wave spectacular spell combinations. This is kind of like one game I would know. That'd be ground ball to first. And that's the second out for the Cardinals. Runner and second goes to third. That'll bring up Tyrone O'Neal, center fielder. He struck out in second. He's 0 for 1. First and third, 2 outs. 11-17 Cardinals looking to strike first in Game 2. In Washington, here's the pitch by Corbin. To the left, ball 1. You know. We can craft strategic builds in your quest for survival. I think that's actually an interesting thing too. To the right, foul ball, 1-1. But that does come out tomorrow, guys, with online versus multi. I also know Xbox is going to have something big going on. Foul ball to the right, 1-2. Is that Xbox Showcase has been announced for Tokyo Game Show for this year. And I think it's going to be an online performance. I would think struck him out, and the side is retired. It's a long article. To the bottom of the fourth. Game 2 in Washington. Cardinals nothing, and the Nationals nothing. Do what for the Nationals? It's center fielder Adam Eaton. Struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. I think I may get to this article. Let me see. Foul ball to right, 0-1. I'm gonna pass on that. Besides, the PS5 is the only final system I'm getting this year. Very soon. That'll be ground ball center field. If the player gets it, that'll be a single. And that's a single for the Nationals. Pop Smith says, I don't think it's much of a threat to safety that many people think, but it'll probably become the new normal. So what do you think? So, do you know when do you have a guess when it might be done? I mean, we've been getting plenty of deaths. Why? A lot of deaths completely. Why? Because people are not following any of the safety guidelines for sure, and don't know how to survive. Know when to wear a mask and when not to wear a mask, you know. But some of the people that I've heard, they're just wearing them kind of like they're kind of like wearing them as Mortal Kombat characters. Whereas I don't think that's actually an agreeable opportunity for it. But I just think it's ridiculous that people think that the reason why a lot of us are wearing mandatory masks is because wearing as Mortal Kombat characters, which I highly doubt it. Ball 3 and 2. On deck is Juan Soto, 231, 4 home runs, 11 ribbies. Athletics 3, Red Sox nothing in Boston. And it's caught from first, and that's the first out for the Nationals. Runner hold at first. Twins 3, Astros 2 in Minnesota. And they'll bring up Juan Soto, the left fielder. He doubled his first time, he's 1 for 1. Well, that's why a lot of people are not doing what they're supposed to do, you know. When it comes to a pandemic or any flu season, people need to always understand that, you know, that it's here because that's why I usually get sick and tired of having to do the guidelines. And I just think it's going to be done very soon. Makes the Cats out number 2 for the Nationals. Brings up Howie Kendrick, the second baseman. He's lined out in the second. He's 0 for 1. But we'll see what happens, though. I'm hoping it'll end by election day between Joe Biden and President Trump. So, since I don't really give a crap who wins, well, I just want this set to end very shortly. No, seriously, man flying in jetpack is spotted near LAX. Nods his head by Wingright. Maybe ground ball center field, picked up by second. He throws the first in time, and the side is retired. Nationals leave 1. Play 4 innings today, guys. Game 2 in Washington. For the top of the 5th, Nationals nothing, and the Cardinals nothing. Pirates 1, Rangers nothing in Texas.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts.
Okay, here we go, guys. According to Jim Vizzola from last night, the FBI is investigating multiple sightings from commercial airline pilots of a man flying in a jetpack near Los Angeles International Airport from last Sunday night. Due out for the Cardinals is Yadier Molina, the catcher. He struck out in second. He's 0 for 1. An American Airlines pilot radioed the control tower at Los Angeles X, guys, to report that a man in a jetpack at this point, was flying off the left-hand side of their aircraft and at about the same altitude as the plane. The plane was at 3,000 feet, guys. Look at this. 3,000 feet and 10 miles out from landing. Get to that in a second. We foul ball to right, 1-1. Tower American, 1997. At the bottom, 1-2. Phillies 7, Tigers 3 in Philadelphia. As we just passed a guy in a jetpack. As the Los Angeles Times quote at this point of saying, to the left, 2-2. Listening to the radio calls here. A second pilot with JetBlue Airways also radioed in a report of a sighting of a man in a jetpack. The LA Times quoted an FBI spokesperson. That'd be ground ball to first. He's looking to get there. He does get there. That's the first out for the Cardinals. Gonna bring up Adam Wainwright, the pitcher. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Brewers 4, Rockies 3 in Milwaukee. The pitch by Corbin. To right, to the 1-0. They're saying the Abreu is looking into the reports made by the pilots. But it is unclear on whether the suspect is a Mandalorian, a Rocketeer, or just a saved British secret agent on a mission. But in any event, guys, at the bottom, 1-1. But in any event, guys, from Zombie Gaming, the individual in question certainly has captured the attention of the local media. But in all seriousness, though, if this guy was obstructing the path, that'd be ground ball to first. Looking to get there in time. He doesn't make any responses. Makes second out for the Cardinals. Back to the lineup. It's third baseman Tommy Edman. He's singled his first time. He's 1 for 2. In the path of incoming flights, then he will likely be charged for endangering aircraft and those aboard them. So yeah, guys, it's this guy, when he was obstructing the path, I just think it's 3,000 feet. If you're chopping down without a parachute, your ass is more than likely going to die without anything to worry. That'd be ground ball to right, picked up by second, throws to first, and the inning is over. But yeah, he's going to be charged for endangering aircraft and those abound them. But the bottom of the fifth, game 2 in Washington, it's the Nationals nothing and the Cardinals nothing. It should be noted, guys, that many aerospace and defense industry companies are situated in El Segundo, a company very close to LAX, and could have been one of their R&D projects, or just maybe just someone wealthy and crazy enough to own their own jetpack. But I would think, well, I just think it's, if somebody does that, like a Mandalorian or anything that's a little more safer, that does not know what this person is doing, he or she is doing, one of them's going to be getting arrested for it. Maybe not just one person, but maybe more than 1 or 2. That's going to be charged for having an aircraft without safety precautions. The bottom, 1-1. Matt Adams is 0 for 1. 1-1 by Wainwright. Foul ball to the right, 1-2. But if it would have been a Mandalorian, I don't know. It all depends. But I don't think anybody should be able to do that, to be honest. It's the right 2-2. As long as you're trying to stay safe and trying to keep yourself healthy at this point. Foul ball to home base, 2-2. But what are your guys' thoughts in the chat? You guys are good to kick things off today from Zombie Gaming. Foul ball to left, 2-2. Even though I did lose 2 supporters already, that's okay. Zombie's gonna be live in the morning tomorrow. That'll be fly ball to deep right center field. Makes the catch. Unbelievable catch. First out for the Nationals. There's also a review of Iron Harvest. Iron Harvest, guys. Let me jump on that. Because Suzuki's 0 for 1, that's Ketzer. Wing right nods his head. So how long have you been up today, Pop Smoke? Like I said, it is good to see you back again. Long time no see. The bottom 1-1. There's also a review of Iron Harvest. Let me jump on that real quick. Well, whatever news we didn't cover last night, you guys are getting that this morning before we didn't check. That'd be ground ball to home. Pitcher throws the first, and that's the second out. That's about 20 hours so far. But it looks like you need a nap for a while, buddy. As we always keep up the good work when we're with Zombie, as always. But you guys are always awesome when you guys come in here. So much support, love, leaving a comment on my investments. That's why we are the best that we can offer with Zombie. No matter what happens. That'd be ground ball to right center field. And that'll be a single. And that's a single for the Nationals. So Iron Harvest single player review for the PS4 if I'm right. Now for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Gonna bring up Passive Corbin on the mound for the 17-10 Nationals. He's 0 for 1, we ground out in the 3rd inning. I mean, I've never played the game yet, but I've heard a couple of good things on that. But we have to think what Cobra Kai and Warsaw Season are going to bring to the table by next month. I just think one of these 2 games is going to be great. Called from 3rd, and the side is retired. And the game itself started 8 out of 10. Well, that's not bad. Go to the top of the 6th, game 2 in Washington. Nationals nothing, and the Cardinals nothing. But it's not all too bad. 2-1 for the Cardinals is Colin Wong, second baseman. Struck out twice, he's 0 for 2. There's also a couple other videos today from last night. One the Xbox Series S with new packaging mentions unannounced console. At this point too. At the bottom, 1-1. Phillies 9, Tigers 3 in Philadelphia. Hold on, I'll check my alarm in a little bit. To the right ball too. Corbin's given up 2 walks so far. There's also a new Worlds Reveal trailer of Minecraft with RTX. To the left, 2-2. Reds 5, Mets 4 in New York City. Braves 3, Padres 2 in Atlanta. That'll be fly ball to deep center field. Tries to go for the dive. And that will be a single. And it is a single for the Cardinals. Holy cow. Corbin on the mound for the 17-10 Nationals. Game 2 in Washington today. We have 2 hits, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts of 86. And I'll bring up Paul Goldsmith, first baseman. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The best NAS storage for backing up your games, movies, and the extras. Let's jump on that. Right at first, nobody out. His speed was 101 miles per hour. Swing and a miss to the middle, 0-1. Athletics 3, Red Sox 1 in Boston. Yeah, that's a long article. Not interested. Astros 5, Twins 3 in Minnesota. The bottom, 1-1. Okay, okay, here's a question for you guys for Marvel team. Most of us that are good fans of Marvel At this point, get to that in second. Orioles 2, White Sox 1 in Chicago. 1-1 by Corbin. At the bottom, ball 2. 2-1. Okay, guys. Here's the question. Which of these Marvel teams is your favorite? X-Men, Fantastic Four, The Avengers, X-Force, or Guardians of the Galaxy? Now, out of the 5, I've seen X-Men plenty of times. At the bottom, 2 and 2. I've seen X-Men plenty of times since I've always seen. I mean, I've never seen Dark Phoenix, but I have heard the movie is not bad, but it does seem to be okay for what it is. The first 3, I mean, X-Men has always been special to me, right? And that's a strikeout up top, 1 out for the Cardinals. 12th strikeout by Patrick Corbin. He's doing good on the mound for the 17-10 Nationals today. And I'll bring up Marcell Ozuna. He threw a walk in the 4th inning. He's 0 for 1. Left-handed batter. Runner at first, 1 out. Now, Fantastic Four. Now the total for Fantastic Four, you've got 4 characters. You got one that's the Thing, one that's a little more flexible, one that's invisible, and the one that knows how to shoot fire at this point. That'd be the Human Torch. And then you have this main villain that's intact too, and that's Doctor Doom. So I think Doctor Doom has been around for a long time. When you see him as the main villain, it was in the main villain the first 2. I don't know if I haven't seen the remake of Fantastic Four. I've heard that is not good, from what I've heard at this point. To the left, 1 and 2. You also have the Avengers. The Avengers, well, the Avengers are really good. Ever since they saw it and break the record of billions of dollars over Avatar. To the left, 2 and 2. Plus, Avatar 2 is coming out in a couple years on 2023 with Star Wars. I don't know what that's going to be about. Well, my friend's been having to hear a couple sources from his sister at this point. 3 and 2 at the bottom. On deck is Jose Martinez. He has a 99 average. He is on deck. Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, here's the thing. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think I've almost seen the second one. But to be honest, I've seen the first one quite a couple times. But the movie itself is good. That'll be a fly ball to deep center field. Racing back. Looking to get there. And see you later. It's gone. It's gone, guys. 2-run stop by Marcell Ozuna. It's gone to deep center field, 407 feet. As it scored strikes first, it's 2-0 Cardinals. Holy cow. Marcell Ozuna, number 23. Look at this, guys. I thought it was going to be an out, but look at that. Fire ball to deep center field. Racing back, and see you later. It's gone. 2-run stop by Marcell Ozuna for the 11-17 Cardinals. Oh, wow. So it's 2-0 Cardinals. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Game 2 in Washington. At the left, 1-0. X-Force, I've never seen X-Force, but I have it narrowed down to 2. I'm thinking either X-Men or the Avengers. I think I'm gonna go Avengers. That's my final answer. Hold on. 1 and 1. See, I don't know what's going on with the website. Ball 2. I don't know, let me try to refresh it again. I don't know what's going on with the website. 2 and 1. That'd be ground ball center field. That'll be a single. And it's a single for the Cardinals. So I'm gonna go Avengers as my final. Ooh. Now, Papa Smurf, you're right about that. X-Men got 49% of the vote. 49%. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, I just think the actors did quite well. Especially Chris Pratt, Batista, Vin Diesel was playing as Groot in the past. But I think he did quite well. I think it was cute. And that'll be it for him. He did okay on, he did good on strikeouts. So coming to the mound for the 17-10 Nationals will be Hunter Strickland. Strickland making 17th appearance, 1-0 record. He has 7.41 ERA and 14 strikeouts. That'll bring up Paul DeJong's shortstop. He has struck out and he has grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Runner at first, 1 out. 49% on that. There's also a Welcome to London trailer of White Sox season of RTX. I for one, I don't know when the Tokyo Game Show is going to be, but I think it's going to be soon. That'll be ground ball to the pitcher. Goes the first, second out for the Cardinals. And it's also the runner goes to second. Gonna bring up Tyrone O'Neill. He struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. He's also a center fielder. Moderators, how many likes do we have in the chat today? Because I only lost 2 supporters. I'll check in a second. Runner is low. Runner will hold at second. And that's ball 1. Papa Smith says, I grew up with Justice League cartoons. Like my heroes as lone wolves. Oh, good. Get about 5 likes. Can we get 7 in the chat from Zombie Gaming? You guys are good today. Swing at the middle, 2-1. Magic the Gathering. Zodiac Rising has 4 new cards exclusively revealed. Let me jump on that. Comes to 2-1. At the bottom, 2-2. Okay, that's actually a big article at this point between the three generations. Morning, Seb. How you doing, girl? It's good to see you. That's 3-2. On deck is Yadier Molina, 139, 2 ribbies. I will get a sour going after this. Then I can get a little something to have later on this morning today. So 3-2. Then we ground ball to first. He gets in himself, and the side is retired. The 2-1 sub on Marcell Ozuna turns things around for the 11-17 Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the 6th, game 2 in Washington. It's the Cardinals 2, and the Nationals nothing. By the way, Pop Smurf, Seb is from Zombie Gaming. He's actually good. Do one for the Nationals is Trey Turner. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out. 17-10 Nationals looking to match the pair as well. And he's also in officially named Gods and Monsters Immortals, the Phoenix Rising. But how you been today, Seb?
First pitch of the at-bat.
And of the 6-7 moderators, Pop Smith is still part of it. Throws the first, ground ball to right, and that's the first out for the Nationals. Brings up Adam Ian, center fielder. He is 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th inning. Phillies 9, Tigers 3 in Philadelphia. He gets pitched by Wainwright. Up top, 0-1. And it's actually the Phoenix that's been rising. Let me jump on that. I'm not interested. I really don't know much about it, but, you know. 20 other. Have a ground ball to left center field. Picked up by second. Throws the first, and that's the second out for the Nationals. Reds 5, Mets 4 in New York City. Here comes the third baseman, Anthony Redon. He has struck out, and he has lined out. He is 0 for 2 in the batter's box. Brewers 5, Rockets 3 in Milwaukee. The bottom, 0-1. And also last piece of news so far today. I've been hanging around because it looks like I'm the only one here at the moment. It's all good, buddy. We always keep up the good work from Zombie Gaming. What do you say, Seb? But it's all good. Well, you've heard of zombie gaming, correct, Papa Smurf? 0-2. That'd be fly ball to deep left center field. We're gonna get some medicine in between, and it's gone. Deep left center field. It's gone. Nobody can get it. And that's a solo stop by Anthony Redon. 363 feet. Game 2 in Washington. It's 2-1 the Cardinals. Oh, it's okay, buddy. But when we are in when we're with zombie gaming, he is the best there is, always the best there was, and the best there ever will be. When anyone jumps in to chat with them, when we see most of that, when we see a lot of people that's in it, I jump in with zombie gaming 24/7. What if I have work or I can't make it? Besides, my ass doesn't have to be back till Sunday, so. Race 5, Royals nothing, Kansas City. He's up 1 Soto, left fielder. It's 1 for 2, with double in the second. 2-1 Cardinals. Game 2 in Milwaukee. Bottom of 6, 2 outs. But other than that, what we actually do, when someone sends a link in the chat, when Zombie is live doing good investments, he doesn't go live on Sundays anymore, since I don't think it's a terrible idea. So, I mean, every Saturday and Sundays, you guys do get new episodes of the Suzima. So I think that's going to win out of the 5, by example. There'll be ground ball to first, gets back into his plate, and the side is retired. And that's a solo shot by Anthony Redon. Look at that, fly ball to left center field, and it's gone deeply. To the top of the 7th, game 2 in Washington. It's Cardinals 2 and the Nationals 1. Getting notifications from Zombie Gaming. So yeah, what we do with him when he's live, and when we jump in, 95% of the time, when someone sends a link, we go to somebody's channel, we type on that link, we smash the like button, hit that red support button, and leave a good comment. That's what we most likely do, you know. Besides, Yanni Williams 0 for 2, DY for the Cardinals. At the bottom right angle, 0-1. Pop Smoke says, have you ever played Days Gone? I have not. But I've heard the game is not bad. The bottom 0-2. I mean, the game itself didn't do too bad. Since I think it's almost comparing to, what do you call it? Comparing to Death Stranding by Hideo Kojima. In which we don't know what the next title is going to be. I think it might be up for grabs next year. Reds 6, Mets 5 in New York City. But I don't know. It all depends what the next title is going to be. So let's struck him out. First out for the Cardinals. But it all depends what Kojima Productions decides and what the other stuff decides as well. Rocky 6. Good morning, Billy. How you doing? Now he is from Zombie Gaming. Besides, I'm keeping it at 6-7 moderators, no more than that at this point. But it's all good. He's up Adam Wingright to pitcher on the mound for the 11-17 Cardinals. He's 0 for 2. But how you been today, Billy? It's good to see you. Besides, I didn't go live yesterday. And they pop up to center field. Defensively, makes the catch. That's the second out for the Cardinals. Athletics 6, Red Sox 3 in Boston. Here comes third baseman Tommy Edman. He's 1 for 3 with a single in the first inning. Remember, guys, Edman's a pretty good steal. Pretty good stealer. Astros 5, Twins 4 in Minnesota. See if there's any more news. If not, it should be good to kick off tonight. Hold on, guys. We have some. Hold on a second here. Up top 0-2. But Zombie drops my link in the chat anytime since we do plenty of good emojis.
Not a bad pitch there.
And he does do that. Everybody trusts Zombie. He's the best. He's the greatest. Ever since James Coxcomb started, the last couple years. That was a couple years ago, back in the time being.
Up and in.
Top 2 and 2. But Billy, like I said, Billy's from Zombie Gaming. Do you know how to drop links in the chat for me? On deck is called Wong 220 average. He is on deck. But I will get a sour after I'm done with this. 3 and 2. That'd be ground ball center field. And that's a single. I mean, I can't send fucking links because I don't have a computer. But I am planning on maybe getting one next year during tax time. Well, we'll see. I mean, we're looking at plenty of cash, but we'll see what happens. But if you can drop your link, Pop Smurf, in the chat, more people will follow you. I mean, you look at how great we're doing in Zombie Gaming. He's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. By the former 2-time WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart, of the Hart Foundation and the Hart family. He also has some Cyberpunk news too, real quick. 0-1 count. At the bottom, 0-2. So, you can draw my link, buddy. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome from Zombie Gaming. But even though I lost 2 supporters today, I'm gonna get it. Zombie's gonna get it back up there with most of us out here. Can I drop the link? Sir, buddy. It won't be a problem. Here comes the 1 and 2. That'd be fly ball center field. Racing back a little bit. Does it get there? He does get it. And the catch has been good, and the side is retired. Cardinals leave 1. Game 2 in Washington. For the bottom of the 7th. Cardinals 2. And the Nationals 1. 2 up for the Nationals. Coming to the plate. It's Howie Kendrick. The second baseman. He is lined out and he is grounded out. He's 0 for 2. And that'll be ground ball to right center field, and it'll bounce off a little off the wall. Holy cow. And that will be a double. And that's a double for the Nationals. Okay, according to Jordan Oleman this morning, CD Projekt Red has clarified that Cyberpunk, that Cyberpunk that's coming out on the 19th November, won't take up 200 gigabytes of hard drive space. Global community led Marcin Momont, as he actually recently took it to Twitter today. It's the pitch by Wingright. The bottom, ball 1-0. Brings up Matt Adams, first baseman. He's 0 for 2 for a fly out, and then the line down. Fairways 14, Tigers 4 in Philadelphia. Runner at second, nobody out. Like swing, ball 2. 2-0. As he specifically, he did say something about the claims for it. Foul ball to right, 2-1. Indians 1, Marlins nothing in Miami. At the bottom, 2-2. I'll get to this last article in a second. Ball 3, 3-2. On deck is Suzuki, batting 250. He is on deck. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out for the Nationals. First strikeout by Adam Wainwright. You guys are awesome today, guys. You guys are awesome. We kick things off today. Let me see. Couple links, very good. Very good, guys, very good. Coach Suzuki's 0 for 2. Runner at second, 1 out. The bottom, ball 1. I said zombie gaming is the greatest of all time. Tell him, Billy. To the left, ball 2. Comes the 2-0 coming up. Foul ball to left, 2-1. Athletic, Astros 5, Twins 4, and Minnesota. We ground ball to first. Gets there in time, second out. Runner on second goes to third. Pirates 2, Rangers 2 in Texas. Brings up Gerardo Parra, right fielder. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the 5th inning. Thank you, Papa, for sending out links. You guys are awesome today. When we come in here from Zombie Gaming, and it's all prepared, that's a good thing. Very good. Proud of you, buddy. But that's the problem. That's the problem, Pop Smurf. My opponent's trying to get up to... She's trying to increase to 23. But Zombie won't do it. Because... I mean, Zombie won't do it. Because, my opponent doesn't have a regular YouTube channel. I mean, she's only at 23. So, her goal is trying to get up to 200. As good as she can. But I don't know if that's going to be the prospect. Go to the top of the game. Game 2 in Washington. The Cardinals 2 and Nationals 1. But she does want to increase to 23. If she can. Well, she usually gets up every 8:30 in the morning. When it comes to the art studio, 7 or 7:30. But she's always there every Thursday and Friday. On the mound for 17-10 Nationals is Fernando Rodney. His 16th start of the season. Due off for the Cardinals is Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman. Struck out in 6, he's 0 for 3. Pirates 11. Rangers 4 in Texas. But if we can try to get her there, guys, from Zombie Gaming. Her goal is trying to get up to 200 this year. In attendance, 24,307. Yankees 2, D-backs 1 in Arizona. He did address the claims, was originated on Reddit. At this point, hold on. To the left, 1-1, inside the zone. Where a fan had taken a screenshot of Cyberpunk 2077 from Nvidia's RTX 3000. 1 and 2. CPU revealed event. As a visa from the game is accompanied by a tag that attends 200 gigabyte games, which had some to surmise that the game may take up 200 gigabytes of hard drive. And that's a strikeout up top. That's the first out for the Cardinals. A strikeout by Rodney. That'll bring up the next batter. He had a 2-1 shot his last time. It was actually a pretty good hit for the 11-17 Cardinals. As Walmart went on to state, and I quote, "The game won't take up 200 gigabytes when installed. You can expect the required HDD space to be on par with other modern titles." Yeah, I just think it's huge. I mean, if we want to talk about a couple of games that are huge, you look at GTA 5. I mean, you look at GTA 5 with online. You look at, well, The Last of Us 2 doesn't take months. Doom Eternal takes a little bit lower than that, basically. The middle, 1 and 2. Zone is 1 for 2. But I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't expect to have that be that big. He didn't reveal exactly how big the game is, but he did note that the system requirements for Cyberpunk are coming soon. That'll be fly ball to right center field. Try to get the dive, but he does not. Not a single. That'll be a double. That'll be a double for the Cardinals. Holy cow. So that's what Marcin Momont did say on Twitter. And the VA used the Cyberpunk screenshot as an example of a demanding game that would take advantage of its RTX I/O technology, which lets the graphics card handle, most likely, bottom 1-0, Brings up Jose Martinez, right fielder. He is 1 for 2 with a single in the 6th inning. Runner at second, 1 out. Which lets the graphics card handle the composition of top 1 and 1 in order to decrease the potential strain on the CPU and boost load times. Which I don't see that being a problem. The runner was low, runner was held at second, and that's 1 and 2. But yeah, guys, I don't expect the last pre-order before the end of the year, which is Cyberpunk. I don't expect it to be 200 gigabytes. Maybe much lower than that, hopefully. I mean, what would somebody do with 200 gigabytes? I mean, I wouldn't do much with it. Besides, the PS5 is going to have much more than that. I'm telling you. It's going to have really, like I said, it'll be more than 200 gigabytes for sure. From Zombie Gaming, guys, smash that like button. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, let me know. You guys can share me out, tweet me out, get it out there, guys, as good as you can. Leave a comment, and we're good to go. That'll be Fireball to right center field. Makes the catch, and that's the 2nd out for the Cardinals. If you guys do have Twitter, you guys can follow me anytime you like. Brings up Paul DeZonk shortstop. He's grounded out in the 6th inning. He's 0 for 3. Runner at second, 2 outs. Game 2 in Washington. 2-1 Cardinals with 2 outs. To the left, 0-1. But tonight, you guys will get the final to be continued episode of Borderlands 3. I wanted to do it tonight. I mean, last night. But I was tired and didn't feel like doing it that much. Because I thought I was going to have a dentist appointment last night. I did hear that I have a broken tooth on my right, next to my crown. Which is not all too bad. But I'm just trying to get back to a dentist company on that. So that way I don't have to pay a lot of cash. To the right, 2 and 2. But it all depends. Like I said, I don't expect Cyberpunk to be 200 gigabytes. I expect it to be between, maybe below 70 or 80 by the 19th. That'll be Fireball to right center field. Gonna get under it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. Go to bottom of the 8th. Game 2 in Washington. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals 1. Well, like I said, the dentist appointment didn't happen. I thought it was, but it didn't. So they couldn't let me in. Michael Taylor's batting .435, 1 home run, 6 ribbies. Until we get that appointment going, it'll be very soon. It'll be very soon by this month. But it all depends. The only thing that came out of that, with that broken tooth on next to my right crown, inside my system, was when I was having some gummy bears on my last break last week. That'll be Fireball to left center field, makes the catch, and that's the 1st out for the Nationals. But I don't know when that's going to be. So there's no other news till tonight, guys. You guys can see yourselves. News. I mean, here's the thing, guys. Why would there be a game that would be 200 gigabytes when GTA 5 had to offer? That'll be Fireball to left center field. Makes the catch. Out number 2 for the Nationals. I mean, I really don't understand why. On that. Rocky 7, Bruce 5 in Milwaukee. I mean, I don't think we need to have 200 gigabytes on a game. I just think it's way too much for that set, to be honest. I just think it's way too damn much for sure. The Suzima has a good amount, which is not bad. Brings up Adam Eaton, center fielder. He's singled in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. Wing right nods his head. Wing swing and deal. Foul ball to left, 0-2. But I gotta tell you, the company Project Red's been around for a long time. Ever since they've done some good things with Red Dead 2. But that game was really good. I played some of it in the past. That'd be ground ball center field. Second baseman doesn't get there. That'll be a single. And that's a single for the Nationals. Pirates 11, Rangers 4 in Texas. Runner at first, 2 outs. The pitch by Wainwright. And they pop up. He's not going to get there. That's a foul. 0-1. And he went on third baseman. It's up to the plate. He's had a solo side in the 6th inning. Right, there we go. 0-1 by Wainwright. That'll be ground ball to first. He races back and he got it, and the side is retired. Game 2 in Washington. Nationals lead 1, top of the 9th. Cardinals 2, and the Nationals 1. On the mound for the 17-10 Nationals will be Ronis Elias. Elias making his 15th start of the season. At this point, do what for the Cardinals? Hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna see what I can do. Tyler O'Neill's 0 for 3. Here's what I'm gonna point out, care to join me? I mean, I haven't seen my number 1 seed sister Thor for quite some time in the chat, or sister Mia.
2 balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
2-0 count. That'll be fly ball to right center field, and that'll be a single.
Lined up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard to start the 9th.
Hey, this looks like it could be a potential add-on inning here in the 9th. Add-on gives some breathing room to their pitcher going into the bottom of the inning.
Oh, welcome back, Sub. Pop Smith in chat says it would be photorealistic, fully rendered cities. Huh. You're right about that too. The ball is low, run over hold at first.
And no advance, it's ball 1.
Brings up Ketzer, Yadier Molina. He's 0 for 3. Runner at first, nobody out. That'll be ground ball center field. And that'll be a single. Single for the Cardinals. But I don't know. If it were to be 200 gigabytes, I'm not spending 200 gigabytes for that. If it were to be much more than, a little more less than that, it's going to be pinch hitting for the 11 and 17 Cardinals. Will be Matt Wieters of a 43 average. First and second, nobody out. At the bottom, 0-1.
None out, runners at first and second.
Wieters is batting 43. Foul ball to right, 0-2.
Classic change of speeds right there.
Like I said earlier, I don't think I would expect to have more than that. I mean, what kind of stuff would they do with 200 gigabytes, really? That's the first step for the Cardinals. With my internet, 200 gigabytes would take a month to download. You're right about that. I think you're pretty much right about that, buddy. I mean, I just don't think somebody would have 200 gigabytes. To be honest with you. I mean, look. It's gonna be very simple. After the PS5 arrives, it's gonna have more than 200 gigabytes at a time. Way more than that. Trust me, it'll be much more than that for sure. and see what it comes down to. Tommy Evans 2 for 4.
1-1 the count now.
How big is Red Dead 2? Well, I do know the game itself. I did play it, and the game is very good. Basically, that'd be ground ball to first. So it's the second. That'd be the second out for the Cardinals.
Stepping into the box, Colton Wong, and their runners at the corners now.
Colton Wong's 1 for 4 with a single and drove in a run. First and third, 2 outs. Hold on, let me double check real quick.
Comes the first pitch.
I mean, if we want to talk about which game has a good amount, I mean, way big amount, we can talk about GTA 5 or, you know, Dragon Age didn't get that much from what we've seen,
It's 1-1.
to be honest.
1-run game here in the top of the ninth.
Hold on, let me look at that. 1-1 coming up. Now be 5 off center field. Makes the catch, and the side is retired.
So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6.
To the bottom of the 9th, game 2 in Washington. Cardinals 2 and the Nationals 1. As there'll be a different pitcher. As there will be. On the mound for the 11 and 17 Cardinals, there'll be Carlos Martinez. In the 7th start of the season, 3 saves and 14 strikeouts.
So next will be the 4-hole.
And leading off for the Nationals will be Juan Soto. He has 1 for 3 for double in the second.
Here in the inning as they look to
17 and 10 Nationals looking to pair up some things right now.
Just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's
See if there's anything that's a little more combined.
been really impressive.
ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
At the bottom, 1-0. But yeah, let me double check Red Dead 2. Well, basically the gigabytes for that. Well, GTA 5 had about 80 or 85 at some point. Because I did have a copy of that for PS3. I mean, the only thing that I really fucking enjoyed was the GTA Online. The story was good as well. So basically, Red Dead 2 saw 99 to 100 gigabytes. But I don't expect it to be any more closer to what Cyberpunk could be. 1 and 2. Ball 2. 2 and 2. But I don't know, to be honest. I just think it doesn't need to be 200. The bottom, 3 and 2. On deck is Howie Kendrick. Batting .311, 4 home runs, 13 ribbies. He is on deck. But it all depends. Foul ball to left, 3 and 2. He had 99 gigabytes, yeah. Even though that's a lot of it, I don't expect Cyberpunk to have much more. Foul ball to left, 3 and 2. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know, to be honest.
The next 3-2 is
Swing and a miss. First out for the Nationals.
Cardinals are into their bullpen now. As
But we'll see what happens, guys. I just think it's 1 of 2.
he was on point from the get-go this evening.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one.
But we'll see what happens. Brings up Howie Kendrick. He's 1 for 3. Here's a pitch by Martinez.
In the line here, now the first pitch.
The top, ball 1.
Against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
But we'll see what happens. I mean, I really don't think it's going to be much more than that. Ball 2. 2-0. I mean, if we want to talk about that had a little more than Red Dead 2 had, baseball had about 50 to 60. Hold up, guys. Wait for the damn siren. Hold up. Oh, never mind. GTA 5 got 94. Right. On second thought, I don't know. That'd be foul ball to left in the stands. That's 2-2.
And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it.
2-2 by Martinez. Swing and a miss. And that's out number 2 for the Nationals. Second strikeout by Carlos Martinez. Nationals down to the final out.
That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Into the box, Matt Adams. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
First offering on its way.
Foul ball to right. It's 0-1.
Fans on their feet in a one-run ball game in the last of the ninth.
Last chance for the last chance for the Nationals. 0-2. Nationals down to the final out. Final out as well. The pitch by Martinez. Ground ball center field. It's like you want to fight, bring the fight to me. That'll be a single.
Love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
Digging in now, Kurt Suzuki. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that time run from first.
Let's look at the fan. Right on first, 2 outs. The pitch by Martinez.
First pitch, here it comes. Fouled off.
Foul ball to left. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this right now. Do we think it's going to be 80 or a little more or less than that? I mean, I really don't know, to be honest. I mean, if I had to guess, if I wanted to guess, I would think maybe 70 or 75. To the left, ball 2. 2-1. None of these include DLCs. Well, especially, well, Borderlands 3, here's the thing. Borderlands 3 has a really good DLC coming out. Coming out very shortly. You know, I mean, look. That's the important thing. Foul ball to left, 2-2. Nationals down to the final strike. The pitch by Martinez. Ball 3. 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible
3-2.
outcomes with this kind of play.
That'll be foul ball to left, and it's foul. 3-2. Second swing, he struck him out, and the Cardinals go up to 12-17. As the Cardinals go up to 12-17 of the season to Game 2 in Washington. Holy cow. Cardinals are 12-17 over the Nationals are 17-11. Oh my goodness. Good looking strikeout. Look at that, guys. So the Cardinals take Game 2 up to 12-17 over the Nationals to 17-11 in Game 2 in Washington. 2 runs to 1, 8 hits, no errors, 7 hits, 1 error. For the 12-17 Cardinals today. Once Arizona was 2 for 3, had a 2-run shot with a double. The Cyberpunk is twice the size of Whistle 3. Well, I do have to give credit to the Whistle 3. That is a former Game of the Year. But on a good side, and a really good side note, the graphics were really good. Like I said, the graphics were great. The gameplay was good. That's why I'm mostly an RPG person and a sports immortality person. You know, I mean, look, I'm on PC, so when I got brain working, I knew I could find things. Right. Tommy Edman was 2 for 5 with a strikeout. Jose Martinez had a walk. Colon was 1 for 5. For the 17-11 Nationals today, in Game 2 in Washington, Anthony Ridon had a solo shot. Juan Soto had a double with Howie Kendrick. Adam Eaton was 2 for 4 with a strikeout. As the Cardinals are 12-17 this season. 8 hits, no errors. 7 hits, 1 error. 2-1, the final score. Wainwright had 6 strikeouts of 102 pitches. He had a good performance today. Let's simulate that. As far as the other teams go today, we've got the Phillies. I'll start that up in a second. But yeah, the one that a couple things that are going on tonight is well, the things that are going on tonight is crap. I think like I said, I want to do fucking Borderlands 3 tonight, so I can get that so Tony Hawk can reach that spot for Tuesdays and Wednesdays, which I might premiere it this week. I don't know, but it all depends. But it's gonna be for Tuesdays and Wednesdays by next week, so I'm picking that up, and I can pre-order my last game at GameStop on Friday. I can pre-order Cobra Kai, The Karate Kid Continues, or Watch Dogs. But you guys will have a good surprise coming up this week for it. The Phillies climb up to 15 and 14 by 10 over the Tigers to 6 and 24 in Philadelphia. 14 to 4, 14 hits, no errors, 8 hits, 4 errors. Foul squares of his very first win. And we do have some good rain today too. That's not bad. Plus only get up to 82. I'm fine with that. The Athletics went by 4 and 9 innings. We got the 14 and 19 over the Red Sox to 19 and 12 of the season in Boston. 7 to 3, 11 hits, 1 error, 13 hits and 1 error. Montez for his 5th win. Hendricks for the 6th save. Same way. Let me double check real quick. I mean, you look at a couple of big games, Pop Smoke. GTA is great for what it is. Well, potentially. It has great potential. Red Dead 2 didn't win. I mean, the graphics were really solid, but most of us were thinking that or Assassin's Creed Odyssey was going to win. But basically, Red Dead 2 was too early for that to win. But I mean, I just think it would have been great if it would have won Game of the Year a couple years ago. But last year it was Sekiro. I'm hoping 4 out of 5 games win this year between Cyberpunk. It's gonna be either Cyberpunk, Ghost of Tsushima, which I would love it if it could win this year. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh shit. Okay, the Cyberpunk, the Tsushima, 7 Remake, The Last of Us 2. And determining if it's either going to be Cobra Kai or... I mean, if Borderlands 3 were to win, I'm gonna show you guys, I think it would be a huge surprise. I think it would be a real good surprise if it did. But I'm not 100% sure right now. I am not sure. But it all depends, guys. I really don't know. The Indians went by 1 up to 18 and 10. Over the Marlins to 9 and 20 in Miami. One nothing, 6 hits, no errors. Clevinger for his first win. Oliver Perez, if I'm right. I'm getting his 4th save. The Reds going up 21 and 9 by 1 over the Go-Go Mets. Whitey sweep. I'll be back later, I hope. Well, if I do go live tonight, it'll be the final episode of Borderlands 3. Hopefully. Then Tony Hawk by this Friday will take that spot for sure. But keep up the good work, Papa Smurf. It's good to see you back. Another lost supporter again. I lost 3 of them already, but Zombie's gonna be live tomorrow, so that won't be a problem. 6 to 5, 14 hits, 10 hits, no errors. Scoffany was 5th win. Garrett was 10th save. But it's all good. The Braves going up to 15 and 15 in Atlanta. Over the Padres to 19 and 11 in Atlanta, Georgia. 6-2, 9 hits, no errors, 7 hits, and 2 errors. Ravens up to a perfect 3-0 start. Oh, the Handsome Collection? I did have a copy of that twice, which I do have a copy on that on PSN. From the PSN store, so that's a pretty good thing. But I did beat the very first one after 19 episodes, so the game itself was really not much to do afterwards. I was like 35 or 36 on a level, on a good note. But I've always thought the game was good, based on the remaster. With a 3-0 perfect start on the mound for the 15-15 Braves. The Astros improved to 21-9 by 1 over the Twins to 14-14 in Minnesota. 5-4, 9 hits, 1 error, 7 hits, 1 error. McCough also a 3-0 pitcher on the mound for the 21-9 Astros. Harris with his 11th save. The Rockies pull in by 2 up to 14-17. Over the Brewers to 13-18. In Milwaukee, 7-5, 11 hits, no errors, 14 hits, 1 error. Brad Saw, 4-0. Stestovitz with a 7th save. The Pirates go up to 15-13 by 4. Over the Rangers is 10-19 in Texas. Final score 12-8, 18 hits, 1 error, 16 hits, 2 errors. Williams getting a 3rd win. Mark Felice getting its 5th save. The Orioles win by 1 up to 15-16, upsetting the White Sox to 21-8 in Chicago, Illinois. 4-3, 13 hits, 1 error, 7 hits, 1 error. Tate with 2nd win. Bieber with 7th save. That's that today. The Rays win big up to 19-11 over the Royals. The 14-16 in Kansas City. 7 runs to nothing. 7-0 shutout. 10 hits, 1 error, 2 hits, no errors. Torinos with 3rd win. The Yankees going up to 16-13 over the D-backs of 9-21 in Arizona. 2-1, 6 hits, 1 error, 4 hits with no errors. I will have breakfast after my shower, so I can get that wrapped up. Montgomery with 2nd win. Zach Brennan with 6th save. The Dodgers going up to 19-13 for good, excellent surprise. Over the Giants is 6-24 in San Francisco. 7-6, 10 hits, no errors. Alexander up to 2-0. Floro's 1st win. 1st save, excuse me. The Angels pull in by 3 up to 19-12 over the Blue Jays 11-18 in LA. It's 8-5, 10 hits, no errors, 5 hits, and no errors. Haney with 3rd win. Robles with 9th save. And the Cubbies win by 5 up to 17-11 over the Mariners to 15-17 in Seattle, Washington, excuse me. 5-0 shutout, 9 hits, no errors, 7 hits, and no errors. Quintana with 3-0 start on the mound for 17-11 Cubbies. So the Cardinals are 12-17. I think baseball is going to be Friday. I think it's, I don't know, Friday or Saturday this week. Remember, guys, I don't have to be back till Sunday, so it all depends where I can square off in. But The Last of Us 2 will be tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow, maybe tonight. But I want to finish. I want the TB to be continued. The final episode of Borderlands 3, if I want to go back to it afterwards. It will be Game 3 by Saturday, maybe. Saturday or Thursday. Saturday or tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow we're getting The Last of Us 2. So, won't be a problem. So it'll be the 12-17 Cardinals next time in Game 3 in Washington. Take on the 17-11 Nationals in Washington. And Game 3 in Washington for next time this week will be Daniel Ponce de Leon. He has a 2-2 record, 33 strikeouts with a 2.60 ERA. And on the mound for the 17-11 Nationals in Game 3 in Washington this week will be Jeremy Hickelson. Hickelson has a 1-2 record, 22 strikeouts with a 4.40 ERA. As far as the other teams go, we've got the 14-19 Athletics take on the 19-12 Boston Red Sox in Boston. Megden 5-1 with a 4.46 ERA versus David Price with a 5.00 ERA. The 10-19 Rangers take on the 15-13. Hold on a second. The 15-13 Pirates. In Texas, Keller 0-3 with 7.25 ERA. Hold up, guys. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, there we go. Cerudo with a 4.32 ERA. 16-13 Yankees take on the 9-21 D-backs in Arizona. Mets 2-2 with 3.06 ERA, taking on Ray for 3.48 ERA. Type 1 in the chat if you guys are still here. I'm going to wrap things up in just a little bit. What's up, Jason? Good to see you again, brother. How are you? The 15-17 Mariners take on the 17-11 Cubbies in Seattle. Davis 2-0, 2.00 ERA, taking on Hernandez with a 4.38 ERA. Same way. 6-24 Tigers take on the 15-14 Phillies in Philadelphia. Matthew Boyd 2-3 with 2.61 ERA, taking on Zach Ivan, who has a 2-0 record on the mound for the 15-14 Phillies with a 2.35 ERA. 18-10 Indians take on the 9-20 Marlins in Miami. Carrasco 3-2 with a 1.19 ERA, taking on Alcantara with a 2.83 ERA. The 14-15 set up to I want to deliver a setup to Sports Time Machine, aka Utah Mike, baseball demos, and our Red Sox fan. We can check out a couple of their channels. Our Red Sox fans doing 10 and under, 10 and down, and he's doing some well, he does boxing videos. He does some good baseball Stratomatic. Utah Mike has been working on the New York Yankees 1980 baseball season replay with the Mets. So it will be the 14-15 Mets, so set up to those two. Keep up good work. Hosting the 21-9 Reds in New York City. Trevor Bauer 3-0, 70 ERA, taking on Zach Wheeler, who has a 2-0 record with a 1.41 ERA. I think that should be a good matchup. 1911 Padres take on the 15-15 Braves in Atlanta. Paddock 4-0, 2.23 ERA. Take on Keuchel with a 3.52 ERA. 13-18 Braves, 13-18 Brewers, hosting the 14-17 Rockies and Milwaukee. Gray 3-1 with a 2.38 ERA, taking on Gonzalez for 3.06 ERA. the 21-8 White Sox, hosting the 15-16 Orioles in Chicago. Means 2-2, 6.37 ERA. Taking on Kopech with a 2.33 ERA. 21-9 Astros take on the 14-14 Twins in Minnesota. Garrett Cole 3-1 with 2.36 ERA versus Romero with a 9.00 ERA. What's up, JL Blessed? How you doing? I did see you in the chat last night. I think it was, well, wait a minute. You were with Zombie or were you with somebody else that was in that was starting the chat? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was in one or two chats last night. Can't recall. But how you been today? In Kansas City, Morton 2-1 with a 2.20 ERA versus Keller with a 2.73 ERA. 1913 Dodgers take on the 6-24 Giants in San Francisco. Hiraku Ryu, 1-1 record, 2.86 ERA, takes on Marcus Baumgartner with a 2.21 ERA. And the 19-12 Angels take on the 11-18 Blue Jays in LA. Thornton 0-3 with a 4.18 ERA, taking on Barbera with a 5.83 ERA. So baseball is going to be sometime this week. I'll tell you guys in a second. No standings today. I'm going to wrap things up in a second. Hold on. Hold up a minute, guys. Alrighty, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for me this morning. So the plan going forward tonight in the chat, you guys will have the finale episode of Borderlands 3, which I should have done it last night if I would have had that dentist appointment, but I think it's gonna be done as soon as I go back to the dentist company for it. But it all depends how that's going to sell it. Since I have a little bit of a broken tooth next to my right crown in here. It was when I was having some gummy bears last week. Which, you know what they say, they're not good for your damn teeth. So, which is actually not a problem at all, as long as you know what you're having. The Cardinals are 12-17. Very good to know, managing the 12-17 St. Louis Cardinals. I think baseball's going to be. It's not going to be next week. I think it's going to be. Well, The Last of Us 2 is going to be tomorrow. So you guys may have baseball on Friday. Depending if either Friday or Saturday this week. Because the plan for tonight is Borderlands 3. Doing the series finale. If we do that tonight, which we might be able to do that tonight in the chat, guys, from Zombie Gaming, I think we might do 1 hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours, for the finale itself. I've done a little over 2 hours when it comes to finales, but it all depends how you guys will figure. You guys are awesome. If you guys want to catch more baseball, every 1 to 2 days a week, hit that red support button. Also smash the like button, tweet them out, send them a comment. If you guys have a Twitter in the chat from Zombie Gaming, you guys are awesome. If you guys do have a Discord or a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you'd like. Share your information with me as good as you can. When we watch our videos in full, like them in full, share them, tweet them out, leave a comment. Since I did lose 3 supporters, Zombie will be live tomorrow, 4 in the morning, so I really want to jump in with him, hopefully. Get about 8 likes, can we get 10 after the chat? Thank you, buddy. But if you guys want to vote for the idol, Lands at 29, Great Summons at 12. But if I do Borderlands 3 tonight, it will be the series finale to be continued episode. And it'll be listed as final episode of To Be Continued. If I go back to that in the future. But it all depends. The Sony Hawks taking that spot for Tuesdays and Wednesdays starting this Friday. But alrighty guys. If I see you guys tonight, Borderlands 3, and then tomorrow, 7 Remake, and The Last of Us 2. So, that's going to wrap it up for me. I want to say thank you, Zell West. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for so much coming in. 9 likes, thank you. Can we get 12 in the chat? If not, it's all good. Keep up the good work, buddy. I want to say thank you, Jason. Keep up the good work, Pop Smurf. Thank you for standing by my side for it. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Seb. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Billy. And keep up the good work. I'm hoping to see you guys tonight for Borderlands 3. If not, if my love and I want to have time together tonight, I'll see you guys tomorrow with The Last of Us 2. Which I think The Last of Us 2 will be in the morning. And then 7 Remake will be tomorrow night. Like I said, I don't go to GameStop till Friday, so we're pretty much doing quite well. Let's see how that's going to end up from there. But alrighty guys, I'm gonna get the hell out of here this morning. Keep up the good work, stay positive, stay loving and caring from Zombie Gaming. I will see you guys tonight. Be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another. Hope you guys had a good time. As always, I'll see you guys tonight as good as I can. Same time, same channel. Have a good morning, and I'll see you guys in the next one.